So good evening, happy Sunday, and hopefully you're all having a lovely weekend. My weekend's been pretty chill, I can't lie. Finished Squid Game, done it in less than 24 hours. Managed to get the boxing in as well. I was knackered, I can't lie. I was absolutely shattered when I got in bed at about 8 o'clock this morning, and I'd been awake about 23 hours by the time I got in bed. But yeah, it was worth staying up for, that's for sure. What a fight. Mad. Absolutely insane. Lateness is greatness. Lateness is greatness. Listen, it's a guide time. It's a guide time. But listen, hopefully you're all well, man. And we're going to talk about Lacazette in a minute. Before I do that, big up to everyone who smashed a like on the video. And make sure, if you haven't, you do. Make sure you subscribe as well. Make sure you subscribe to the More League Gunner channel. Obviously, this week's been a hard week. So yeah, I've not really done anything all week, if I'm being honest. It's just been it's been a hard week to get through. But I will be back starting to vlog again tomorrow. So Tuesday there will be something out there. So yeah. And big up to everybody who has subscribed to that. Also, one last thing, big up to everyone who's put the GoFundMe page over 6,100 quid. And if you want to donate to that for CHIGS send off, you're more than welcome to. That is pinned to the top of the comments. Failing that, if you could share it, that would be a massive help as well. Everyone that shared it has helped put into that. So big up to all of you lot, man. We are going to speak about Lacazette though. Big up to all the people watching on Facebook as well. Bonjour, Marie. Bonjour. Big up to Luca as well. And we are going to talk about Lacazette. He's going into he's in the last year of his contract. So obviously he can start talking to foreign clubs, overseas clubs in January. Now there is a lot of links, and I've seen this for the last 24 hours or so. There is a lot of links with Inter Milan. Now, I think Inter Milan would be a perfect fit for him. I can't lie. I don't see him going to a club that's necessarily bigger than Arsenal. I don't think, are Inter Milan bigger than Arsenal? I don't think they are really, are they? If you look at everything. Yes, they won a title last season, so they've won a title more recently than us. But are they a bigger club overall? Probably not. I don't know. That could be debated, I suppose. They are a big club. Let's not get it twisted. But I don't think they're bigger than us. I can't lie. We're just having a shit 10, 15 years. Self-inflicted. Yeah, well, you could put this point in there as well. They did win the treble, and I was coming to that. And this is where the big club thing kind of, it's a hard one to figure out, because what do you do it off? Do you do it off trophies? Do you do it off size of the fan base? Do you do it off the size of the stadium as well? Do you add that into it? Do you put all of it in and make it? I don't know. I don't really know. It's a debate. It's worth having, I suppose. But listen, me personally, I think they're not as big as us. I'd say, if anything, we're slightly bigger. But the funny thing about this is I don't see him going to a bigger club, in my opinion. Like I said, I don't think Inter are bigger than Arsenal. Yes, they've won the Champions League, which people always say, oh, that makes you bigger. Well, it don't. Does that mean Porto are bigger than Arsenal? Probably not. So it's not necessarily just because you won the Champions League that you're a bigger club. But I don't see him going to a Barca, a Madrid, a Bayern, a PSG, all the Man Cities, even Newcastle you could throw in that bracket now. But I do think that if he went to Inter Milan, I think he'd do well out there. I genuinely do. I think he's not a great striker. He's a decent striker. And I think that in that league, if they played him week in, week out, I think he'd bag. I think he'd bag quite a lot out there. And the fact is, he's run his contract down because he don't want to be here. You know, he's looked at it. He probably don't really rate the fact that he's in and out of the team, which he wouldn't, because he's coming towards the end of his career. It's not just like he started out. So he's going towards the end. He don't want to be sat on the bench every week. Yeah, he don't want to be coming on as a sub. He wants to be playing football, which is what every footballer should be wanting to do. So I don't rate it. I rate him, sorry, for wanting to leave. Yeah, because obviously he doesn't clearly get on with Mikel Arteta in a way that is #1 starter regardless. So, and when you look at other players in the squad that do start every week, Granit Xhaka, I know he's injured now, but Granit Xhaka starts week in, week out regardless. You know, Lacazette must be sitting there thinking, well, what does this guy bring to the team? I score goals, I can do everything, like link up play, hold up play. And he must be sitting there thinking, what am I doing here? You know, he'll probably get about the same sort of money that he's on. Apparently, he's on about 160 here. He'll get there or thereabouts that in Italy as well. I think it'd be a good move for him. And the only thing I will say here is that we've kind of effed ourselves again, haven't we? Because we've got to a point where we're allowing a £50 million player to leave for literally peanuts. You know, how much are we seriously going to get for him? Because we paid 52 million quid for him. He ain't worth anywhere near that now. And Inter Milan have not exactly flush with money. They're skin. They're in about £600 million debt. So they need the money. They had to sell before they could buy in the summer, which is the reason Antonio Conte left. And it makes sense for them to come and buy him because he is for them in that league, I think 15, 20 goal a season player. You know, in this league, I don't think he ever hit 20, did he? Yeah, this league's a lot tougher than Italy. So I think he'd bag 20 goals a season if he played week in, week out there. And listen, if they can get him for around 15 million quid, then that's an absolute bargain. You know, where else are you getting a striker that could bag 20 goals a season for 15 million pounds? So it's a no-brainer for me. I just think that we've only got ourselves to blame for letting this guy run his contract down in the first place. And we do this time and time and time again. It is getting boring. Like genuinely, every single summer, we seem to have a contract saga. Yeah, this time round, we've got Callum Chambers in the last year, I think. Reece Nelson has just signed a contract, but I think he was going into his last year. Eddie Nketiah was in his last year. El Neni last year. Lacazette last year. Kolasinac last year. So we've got 5 players there that are in the last year of their contracts. It's like, how have we allowed ourselves again to get into a position where we're doing this? People are looking on the flip side and say, yeah, but listen, in the summer, they're all going to be gone and they're going to be off the wage bill and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but if you add up how much money we spent on these players, Callum Chambers, we paid, what, 16 million? We're going to let him go for nothing if he don't sign a contract. Do you know what I mean? 52 for Laka. El Neni was 5. Do you know what I'm saying? There's 70 odd million quid straight away. It's crazy. And then this is why I get the because people are very easily blaming the ownership, which I get because he's in charge of the whole thing. But at the same time, it's just mad because we've seen over the years people sit there and say, oh, if players go into the last 2 years of their contracts, we're going to renew it or we're going to flog them. Well, you ain't done either then. So now we've got 5 players in the last year. It's very easy to blame the owner for that. Yeah, and yes, the owner puts them people in place to do that job. But at the same time, you've got to look at the people that are in them positions. You know, Raul got sacked. Yeah, but Vinay's still there. You know, now Edu's there. What's Edu done all summer? What's Edu done, genuinely? Can somebody tell me what he did all summer? Yeah, because at the end of the day, I told you Odegaard would be coming back. It was an easy deal to do. We signed Aaron Ramsdale. Cool. Well, that was an easy deal to do, wasn't it? Because let's be real, he was in a different league, a different division. So it was always going to come to us as soon as we put the right money on the table. You know, it just makes me laugh. It really does. Tommy Yasu, apparently nobody other than Spurs wanted him. You know, and then if you look at the players that we've signed, they're all young players. They're all going to go, oh my God, that's Arsenal. They're always going to come to us. It's not like he's done any miracles signing the players in the summer that we signed, is it? Do you know what I'm saying? I just don't get it, man. I just don't understand how every summer we do this. You know, we've had Aubameyang do it, yeah, and go right down to the wire. We've had Alexis and Ozil and Ramsey. You know, if you add up how much money these players are worth or how much we spent on them, then it's an absolute disgrace. And that money could have been invested better in the team. If we had sold Lacazette in the summer, even for £25 million or £20 million, we could have put that towards something else. Do you know what I mean? We could have even done a deal with them to say, well, give us Martinez and you can have Laka. Maybe a bit of cash on top, but still could have done the deal maybe. I don't know. Big up to Oz Wannabe. Thanks for your donation, my friend. Appreciate that, man. Any club getting billions today are late to the party. It's like investing in 70s London. Yes, you're a billion. You'd be a billionaire today. Market is saturated. Yeah, you're right. You are right. I think the thing is as well, when teams like Man City done it in 2008, Chelsea done it in 04 or 05, and it's now like 2021. The league has already seen what's going to go down, and this is what made me laugh when Man City were trying to oppose this Newcastle deal. It's like, you did it yourselves. Chelsea did it yourselves, and they tried to oppose it. You know, everyone's got a billionaire. Every single owner of a Premier League club is a billionaire. I don't understand it. Makes no sense to me why people are going against it. But they are going to have to play catch up big time. And listen, I don't know how long it's going to take them. I don't think they're going to go out there and do a Chelsea madness like they first did, or a Man City one. They need a proper striker, or a proper signing, and a big name that's not at a massive club, or is at a massive club, but is out of favour at that massive club. So that's what they need. They need somebody that's going to take them up a few levels real quick. And as soon as you get that first player in there, that first name, the marquee signing, they'll get more in there. We see it when Robinho went to Man City. All of a sudden, everyone started flooding in. So that's what Newcastle need to do. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And thank you for that donation, man. Appreciate that. Wouldn't surprise me, Tony, if Saka went to Newcastle. Yeah, money talks and bullshit walks, my friend. I'm not saying it happened now. Yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me in 3 years' time if they were right up there challenging and they put a bid on the table that we went, yeah, cool. Because it's a joke how this club's run at times. You know, from top to bottom, it's a disgrace. It actually is. You just described Sterling or Martial. There you go. Martial's another one. It's possible, isn't it? You never know. They both get to stay in the same country. They both get to get big wages still. I don't know. Newcastle are going for Ragnick, Falksley. Good luck to him, man. Good luck to him. Is he as good as everyone makes him out to be? We shall find out. We shall find out. But yeah, good luck to him, man. Yeah, Martinelli's another one, Spencer. He could potentially end up there. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? Anything's possible. Who would have thought that Raheem Sterling would have left Liverpool to go City at that age? Who would have thought that Aguero would have left Atletico Madrid to go City? I know Atletico weren't amazing back then, but just look at it, and some of the Chelsea players, who would have thought they signed Shevchenko? I know that was an owner's friend, yeah, but you know, some of the players Chelsea have signed and Man City have signed. It's crazy. Money talks, man. This game is infiltrated with mercenaries. That's why they all play football. It's not big. Half of them don't even like football. Now, Danny Rose and Bellerin have openly admitted they don't like it. Don't like football, just good at it. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? You don't like it, you're just good at it. Really, who told you that? They like the money of football, which is why they still do it. That's exactly why they still do it. Donny van der Beek, there's another one. There's another one. Because I don't see any other big clubs coming in for him, if I'm honest. You know, I'd like Donny van der Beek at Arsenal. I think he's a good player, but I don't see any other massive clubs coming in to look at Donny van der Beek. Nah, man, not for me. Big up to Cole. Yeah, I'll be watching it, man. I've got a couple of Cruz Campos. I've completed Squid Game today, finished that. And what was the one that Gary sent me? Let me see what this one is. Hang on. Gary told me to watch something. Countdown. Not the one, not that one with Rachel Riley. But yeah, it's on Netflix called Countdown. So I'm gonna start that maybe as well. But yeah, I will be watching the game. I won't be doing a watch along for it. France against Spain should be a corker, man. Should be a good game. I watched the Italy-Belgium game earlier. I don't know what Donnarumma was doing with that Belgian goal. Jesus Christ, how'd you get nutmegged that, like, when he's that close to you? Like, that makes no sense to me. You're literally a yard away from the geezer. You know he is going to pull it through your legs. So why are your legs wide open? You're a top goalkeeper. The Serpent, I've watched that. That was decent. I've watched that. That was good, man. That was very good. But yeah, that was the first thing I've watched on Netflix for a long time. Probably since last year, last lockdowns and that. I don't really watch TV or Netflix or anything, man. Did you like Squid Game, Lee? If yes, then watch Kaiji. Is that how you say it? Kaiji? Yeah, I did like it, actually. I thought it was good. I thought the ending could have been a bit better. Like the last episode, but no, it was sick, man. Really good. I knew I'd like it as soon as I watched the first episode. Like I have to get into something quick or I just get bored, man. You need to sort out notifications. It's YouTube, man. Maybe unsubscribe and then subscribe again. It might override it. Lee ain't even got a TV. I've actually got two in this apartment. There's one there and there's one in the bedroom, and I've not switched them on since I got here. So yeah, I don't watch TV, man. I do not watch it. The only thing I watch on TV is football. That's it. So Thoughts on Tyson Fury? What a fighter, man. I am so glad I stayed awake to watch that fight, because that was one of the greatest fights. That was an all-time great fight, man. It was mad. Absolutely mad. When he got dropped twice in the fourth round, I was like, oh, man. I was messaging my friend. We was on voice messages together. And I was just like, nah, bruv. I said, look at him. He looks done out here. He looks done. I said, and Wilder needs to go and finish him now. I said, if you don't finish him by the end of the fifth round, he's done. Yeah, then Fury will come back and do him. But yeah, mate, I personally think the fight should have been stopped a bit earlier. Yeah, I think he was fucked when Wilder. He was done, man. He was pretty finished. So yeah, I think one of the greatest fights I've seen, man. Very good fight. And it just goes to show as well, two heavyweights that actually want to have a scrap. Yeah, none of this like cuddling and like, oh, let's just jog around the ring and just throw a jab here and there. Nah, get in there and have a brawl, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, Troops' watch along was hilarious, man. I had Troops on one side of my Mac. Yeah, and I had the boxing on mute on the other side. I was like, I don't want to listen to these commentators, man. Let me listen to Troops and his boy. They're funny, man. Proper jokes. He probably woke up the whole block the way he was jumping and screaming and shouting. Yeah, it was good though. It was a good fight, man. Loving the shirt. Thank you, mate. I do like the pink and blue one. It's very nice. It's light as well, so with the weather being hot here, it's not going to make me sweat or anything. Yeah, none of this cuddling crap. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to tune in and watch a fight, and all they're doing is cuddling. No, bang each other, man. Have a proper tear up, because that's what it's about. Yeah, and that's why I like Fury. I never used to like Fury before he started. Before the fight against Klitschko, yeah, I didn't like him. You know, I was like, no, I think he's a prick. He's an arrogant twat. He rates himself too highly. Yeah, Uzi thought he ain't had any proper fights. Like, and I just thought he was a bit of a dick, if I'm honest. Yeah, but then after that Fury, that Klitschko fight, I was like, actually, you're actually all right, mate. You're actually all right. And then after that, I've been a fan of him. So yeah, you can turn things around if you don't like someone, and you can end up liking them. It's mad. It's mad. Lacazette out. Yes, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Yeah, it was a proper decent fight. I can't lie, man. Yeah, it was a proper fight. Yeah, and I was struggling. That's why I was sat here, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, fuck, I've got another 4 or 5 hours until they ring walk, man. Like, it was crazy. So yeah, I sat and watched a bit more Squid Game. Fucking mosquitoes as well, I swear. They're still going in October. Like, go away. So yeah, mad. Absolutely mad. Fury's inspirational. Yeah, listen, man. The guy I watched something earlier, actually. It was like a little thing he put out on his Instagram yesterday. And he was saying, like, 1 minute he was happy with himself, next minute he wanted to kill himself. It was like to come back and like drop all of that weight down, yeah, and get rid of all that weight and then go and do what he's done is mad. Actually mad, mate. Actually insane. And I've done it again. I press that button every time. But yeah, it's mad. It's crazy. Good luck to him, man. And who's he going to fight next? Be interesting, wouldn't it? What country are you in? I'm in Spain. I'm in Spain, man. John Fury is hilarious. Fury versus Usyk. Fury. Although that would be a sick fight, man. That would be a sick fight. And I don't think Usyk could have the power to knock him out. I genuinely don't. Listen, Wilder hit him with his biggest and hardest punch, and he still got back up. He dropped him on his ass twice last night, and he still got back up. I don't think anyone can knock him out. I genuinely don't. I genuinely don't think anyone can knock Fury out. How he woke up in that first fight against Wilder, and it was just actually fucking mad, wasn't it? Spark out on his back, eyes shut, and it was like the Undertaker, wasn't it? It was like dum dum. He just sat up and he was like, "Yo, I'm ready," and he started putting his hands behind his back and all. I was like, "This guy's a clown, man." Like, literally knows he's the best. Nobody can touch him. Yeah, I like him, man. I do like him. Dillian White versus Fury. See, he has got the power to knock him out. Yeah, I think he has. The problem is, I don't think he's that good. It's like, a bit like Wilder. I think Dillian White is better than Wilder. Yeah, Dillian White is a decent boxer. Yeah, but not that decent. Not that decent. I do like him. I do like watching him because he always makes it a battle. Do you know what I mean? But I just don't think he's that good, man. I really don't. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's do another 5-10 minutes. I've got a lamb fowl being delivered in 15 minutes. So that should be nice. And then I'm going to sit and watch the football, the final. The only person who can knock Fury out is Fury himself. It's true. And listen, we've got a game next week against Palace. Patrick Vieira back at the Emirates. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought he would have been coming back to the Emirates, managing a football team in the Premier League? It's going to be mad, really, isn't it? It's going to be actually insane. Have you ever followed WWE? When I was about 12, and then I became an adult and realised it was just men in lycra grabbing each other. Not for me, mate. Not for me. I used to like it when I was little, though. I used to go around my mate's house, and we used to have sleepovers and all that. And his mum would get us up, yeah, and get us ready for the wrestling to kick off and that early hours of the morning and that WrestleManias and that, man. It was mad. I used to love it when I was little. My favourite was The Undertaker, man. I loved him. I thought he was quality. But yeah, I then got into like 14, 15, 16 and realised it was just men grabbing each other in lycra suits. Not for me, mate. Not for me. Not for me. But yeah, Arteta's still a crap manager. Yeah, this is the thing. The amount of people I have seen that have said, "Oh, but he got manager of the month. He's put you in the mud. You have to change your opinions on him now." Have they all forgotten Steve Bruce got manager of the month in April? Ask Newcastle fans if they want to keep Steve Bruce. Like, just because a manager's won manager of the month doesn't mean that they're actually any good. It just means that they had a good month. Do you know what I'm saying? The season's not 1 month. It's 10 or 11 or 10 or 9 or whatever it may be. I don't know. Jake Paul. You could just imagine Jake Paul calling him out as well, couldn't you? Because that's the kind of geezer he is. You got to rate his bollocks. I can't lie. Like, you got to rate his bottle. Like, he did half chat some shit, that Jake Paul, but he's made an absolute fortune out of it. So yeah, good luck to him, man. Anyone who can chat that much crap, yeah, and make that much money out of chatting that much crap, well done, mate. Because you are a top waffler. Yeah, top bullshit chatter. So yeah, good luck to him, man. Come on, smack these likes up, people. Smack them up, man. Whack some questions in. I'll do it 5 minutes, and then I'm bouncing. Yeah, I'll just answer some of these questions. But yeah, anyone who's joined late, Lacazette is linked to Inter Milan, and he is into the last 8 months of his contract, 9 months of his contract. So yeah, he can talk to foreign teams in January. We can sell him in January if we want to. Big up to Sugam. Do a vid with Hugh Wizzy, 2 favourite YouTubers. He used to be my favourite YouTuber as well until he started slagging Chig off in January, February last year. Or this year, sorry. And then I blocked him on everything as soon as I see it. Kind of sad, really, isn't it? There we go. It's always the ones that you least expect. But let's move on before I say something I shouldn't. Arsenal always top of the league in specific selected periods. This is exactly what our fans do. And do you know why they do it? It's because they can't say they're top of the league for the whole season. So now what it is, oh yeah, but we can't compete with oil money. Oh, it's a disgrace. Human rights. Go and Google where your Apple and Android phones and Android phones, how they're made. Go and Google how Nike trainers used to be made. There's loads of stuff. Go and Google the conditions of loads of other companies out there, brands that you wear on a daily basis. And you want to sit and talk about oil money and human rights. Shut up, man. People they just make me laugh, mate. Yeah. Like the sofa they're probably sitting on has been made in poor conditions. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's people just love to be the most perfect person on the planet. So why don't you just shut up and fucking let other teams do what they're doing, innit? Oh, there's me food. 1 second. 10 minutes early. Look at that for service. Wait there. 1 second. Happy days. Woo. Lamb fowl, poppadoms, naan bread, some vegetable samosas, some pilau rice, pashwari naan. We're good to go, man. We're good to go. We are good to go. Lamb fowl inbound, exactly. Arteta at the door. Could you imagine? Arteta's bodyguards turned up. Yeah, it'd be jokes, man. Yeah, it'd be jokes. But yeah, as I was saying, like all these people, they just like to be the most perfect person on the planet. They like to be seen as the best fan of their football club. So people go, oh yeah, you see someone, oh yeah, he's a really good fan, isn't he? Or what about this account on Twitter? Oh yeah, he's really good. Who gives a shit? Yeah. I can't tell you how to support Arsenal and you can't tell me how to support Arsenal. And if you do, I can tell you bollocks and you can tell me bollocks. Like, at the end of the day, you're no better than anyone and I'm no better than anyone. Like, we support our clubs how we want to support our clubs. It's nothing to do with other people, how we support our football clubs. Do you know what I'm saying? I find it funny, man. I really do. I see a tweet earlier. Let me read this tweet because I retweeted it. This Mike account, this Man United Mike account is fucking hilarious, man. I don't know who he is, or I've spoken to him here and there. He is fucking hilarious. So I retweeted this tweet. These fan police are hilarious. They genuinely think that they are in a position to tell other people how to support a club. If you don't support the club, you don't support the club is just Twitter speak for I don't like what you just said, but it's true, so I can't answer it. That's fact. So as soon as you put something out there, yeah, they can't answer it because they agree with you, but they say you don't support the club, so they want to be seen like they're opposed to what you said. Yeah, and I get this all the time. So go and support Spurs. You ain't a proper Arsenal fan. Why don't you actually reply and give me a breakdown of what I said that was wrong then, mate? You can't, can you? Yeah, you can't, because you actually agree, but you don't want to put out there that you agree because then you'd get abuse. Yeah, absolute scumbags, a lot of them. When you return into England, hopefully never. Yeah, what a dump. Absolute shit pit of a country, man. Too expensive, too cold. Everyone's angry all the time. Everyone's 100 miles an hour. And you got fucking drips sitting in the fucking road blocking Wandsworth Bridge the other day. Like, what the fuck? That video was funny. I can't lie. My man's just grabbing it. but then they're like, it's like fucking when you tell your child off and you put them on the naughty step and then they run and sit back on the sofa. It was fucking hilarious. Yeah. And I can't lie, yeah. When a Cockney says the word "see you next Tuesday," yeah, when a Cockney says that, they say it better, yeah, than anyone on the planet. I swear, the way they say that word is actually insane. Yeah, and they say it with meaning as well. Do you know what I mean? Big up, my bro. My heart goes out to the family, you and all the rats. R.I.P. Chig. 50p for your number. Thank you very much, man. Listen, appreciate that, buddy. Thank you, man. And big up to everybody who's put a like on the video as well. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. All have a wonderful evening. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to unwrap my lamb fowl. And yeah, I'm going to have a couple of beers, eat my lamb fowl, and watch the footy. France should win, I'd imagine. Although, listen, Spain got there. They beat Italy. First time Italy have lost in 37 games. So who knows? Who knows? It kicks off in 20 odd minutes. So yeah, I'm going to go and muller this. Big up Suleiman. Come on, my guy, man. Big up to everyone who's put a like on the video as well. If you haven't, make sure you stick a like on the video now. And we're out of here, people. The Führer.